So this is going to be a start to a new vlog, and I'm trying to do all these vlog ideas reading like something on my TBR. So this one is going to be reading my lowest rated books on my TBR according to Goodreads. I'm going to be reading 3 books in this vlog. Hopefully no DNFs. If I have to DNF all 3, I don't know, I guess this is going to be a short vlog. The first book I have here is America Pacifica by Anna North. Anna North might sound like a familiar author to you. It's because they're the author of Outlawed, and yeah, Outlawed just came out this past year, and when I clicked Outlawed, the author kind of sounded familiar, and then when I looked at the part where it says other books by this author, I saw this book and I was like, wait, I've had this book like for over 10 years on my shelf. I remember getting this book a long time ago. If you don't recognize Outlawed by the title, you will probably recognize it by the cover. So I will put a picture over here of the cover, but it was a book of the month book, and it seems that people are liking that book lately. So I decided to include this book in this series because it truly is my lowest rated book on my entire bookshelf. This one is a 3.08. And this says it is about America Pacifica, which is an island hundreds of miles off the coast of California. It's the only warm place left in a world in the grip of a new ice age. So it sounds like this one is a post-apocalyptic read. And it says Darcy Pern is 17, her mother has gone missing, and she must uncover the truth about her disappearance. It sounds like it's also kind of going to be an adventure-y read. And it says it's been compared to the works of Margaret Atwood, Cormac McCarthy, The Road, and to Stieg Larsson's Millennium Trilogy. That, I don't know, that kind of throws me off because that's the author of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoos. So I don't know, this doesn't seem like that. I read the first 22 pages, and so far I'm actually really surprised because so far it does not read like a 3-star, like a low 3-star read. What I've read so far, it turns out that there was a second ice age and most of North America isn't habitable, so people have moved to this place, America Pacifica, which started in 2043, I think they said, and yeah, people have been living here because they can't live in North America. And this girl Darcy, she's 18, she lives with her mom, and they live with a few other people, it seems like, and their home doesn't have AC or plumbing. They're talking about how it really stinks in there because they can't flush, I guess, and it seems like Darcy was lucky enough to get a job, and not everyone has access to getting a job, and she manages to get a job at this, it's kind of like a retirement home, and it seems like it's for people with kind of like a middle income. Really interested to see what happens next. If I wasn't going to try the other 2 books, I would just keep reading this because I'm really interested so far. So that was the first book. The next one that I'm going to be trying is The Gathering, and this is by Anne Enright, and this one was the winner of the Man Booker Prize in 2007. So I found this at a library book sale for 50 cents, so I thought why not try it because it had won the Man Booker Prize in 2007. I can't really look up ratings and reviews at that very moment that I am picking up books at the library book sale. So this is one that I picked up and then later found out that it had a really low rating. So this one takes place in Ireland, and it says the 9 surviving children of the Hegarty clan are gathering in Dublin for the wake of their brother Liam, who drowned. And their sister Veronica collects the body and keeps the dead man company, guarding the secret she shares with him, something that happened in their grandmother's house in the winter of 1968. So this sounds like to me like it's gonna be a multi-generational type story, but I'm not sure. So let's try the first chapter. It's only 1 page. So since that was so short, I went ahead and read the first page of the second chapter, so it was only 2 pages that I read. But so far it's really descriptive. The first line says, I would like to write down what happened in my grandmother's house the summer I was 8 or 9, but I am not sure if it really did happen. So that kind of draws you in, but after that it's really descriptive. So I do like it so far, but so far I still am going to be continuing with this one. So the third book I have here is The Most Dangerous Place on Earth. So this book has a 3.41 on Goodreads, and that's pretty low. I usually don't pick up things below like a 3.75-ish because I don't know, the ratings are pretty accurate to me. So anything below like a 3.5 is really, really low for me. One of my friends on BookTube, Alexa, she gave this 5 stars actually. So that's what kind of drew me to it. I bought this at the dollar store when I was there. Was it 2 years ago, I think? And it was $1. I know this is a coming of age and it follows a group of privileged kids in the suburbs of San Francisco. So apparently some kind of tragedy happens when they're in 8th grade, and then it follows that group through high school. I'm gonna try this and I will be back. I read the first few pages because the first chapter is so long. So far they're just introducing one of the main characters, which is Callista Broderick. And she used to be part of the popular crowd, and now she's a hippie outcast for reasons of her own. And so far she's gotten in trouble for copying homework. So that's about it. And after trying this one, I'm definitely going to be continuing with America Pacifica. It's just the one that I'm just most interested in so far, and it's really drawn me in, and I'm excited to see what happens next because I don't know, I feel like we learned so much just in the first few pages of this one. I feel like I might pick up this one second and then this one third, but I'm pretty sure I could read all 3 of these each in one day. I definitely think I could finish this today because it's only 290 pages. I will probably check back in during lunchtime and tell you how much I've read and how it is so far. So update on the book. Darcy's mom is a pearl diver and she didn't make it back home, and Darcy was waiting for her all night. She didn't come home. The next morning she still didn't come home. She skipped going to work, which she'll probably get fired from. So far she's gone to her workplace, which is on the pier, and has asked everybody there if they've seen her mom, and they're like, no, we haven't seen her. One of the guards is like, you should go to this guard station and ask the guards there. They're fairly nice. So when she goes there, the guy's like, oh yeah, come back here, we'll talk about it. But then when she starts telling him like the last time she saw her and everything, all the details, and she sees the little piece of paper that he's scribbling on, it's just all doodles and he didn't write anything down. And then he goes and basically attacks her and starts kissing her and touching her, and she runs away from there. So now she's asking one of the workers that she gives her rent to, and he doesn't know anything either, but does give her a name of someone that may be a lead that they're not really related, but she's like, okay, I don't have anyone else to ask. And also we find out that there's actually a good amount of people living in the same house as her, so it seems like it's almost like a community style living. Really interesting so far. I think I'm going to make lunch now though, and yeah, I'll show you what I end up making. So I think I'm going to make this. I don't know if it'll be good, but I've never tried this flatbread before, and I got it this weekend. And I have this spicy kitchen sink sauce, which I really, really love. And I never eat eggs, but for some reason I'm craving eggs today. I maybe will eat eggs a handful of times out of the whole entire year. So this is one of those days, really rare, had to document it. I'm going to try it out on my cast iron pan. I've only used it once so far, and I don't know why it already has marks in there, but probably because I accidentally used a little bit of soap. About to put this together. I had to rip the 2 sides of it because it was really huge. We're going to spread the kitchen sink, the spicy kitchen sink. I also don't eat bacon often, but we had some, so I just thought it would add a crunch. I put some vegan cheese on there too. We have some super burnt bacon, and we're gonna roll it like a wrap, I guess. This is a skinny wrap. I should have put more stuff in here, but that's all that's in here. Okay, first bite was all bread. So update, I am on page 106. And I guess that's like a third of the way through. I don't know if I should talk spoilers, but I guess I will, kind of. I'll keep talking about what's going on around the 100-page mark. So if you don't want to hear that and plan on reading this, then I would skip this. Or if you want to know, I guess it's not really a I don't know if it's like a spoiler, but I am telling you more about the story. So she's still looking for her mom. This nursing home facility that Darcy works at, she's been kind of punished because she usually works in the kitchen. So now she's going around taking all the residents' blood pressure and stuff, and I guess that's a job that no one wants to do. But she talks to this one resident and she's asking everybody, she's like, this would be a perfect chance for me to ask everybody if they know anything about why my mom disappeared or where she could be, because they're all older, so they've actually lived in North America, in the US, before the Ice Age started, so they may know some things that she doesn't know about. So the lady tells her that, yes, actually, does your mom live at this co-op? And she's like, yes. And then it turns out that the older lady knows the mom. The story is getting really good. A lot of things are happening that I didn't expect. And so far, this is a 4-star read for me. I can't believe that it has such low ratings. Maybe it's the writing for some people, but I just don't understand how it would be literally the lowest rated book I've ever had on my TBR. Definitely nowhere near the worst book I've ever read or anywhere near the lowest rated book I've ever read. It's really early right now, but I think I am going to WALK the crew because it's been raining all day. The weather says that it's going to stop raining for about 20 minutes. So I think I'm going to take them for a few minutes because the rest of the day it just seems like it's going to be raining at every hour. I'm going to be making homemade pizza for dinner. That means I don't really have to wash anything, and that will leave me with a lot of time to read. And yeah, I'm really excited. Now I want to read Outlawed. I'll put a picture here, but the one that I've been seeing all around BookTube, and it was that pick for Book of the Month Club, and now I want to read it. I like her writing so far, and I know it probably is not a style that everyone would like. Her writing is a little jumpy. I don't know if it's like her storytelling, I don't know, but it does jump around a lot. I think because it's a post-apocalyptic story, it makes it really interesting, and it's perfect for that type of story. Okay, she wants to go. Okay, update. I am on page 191 now, and okay, I don't want to like say too much because I don't want to spoil the book because I do recommend it so far. But now she is meeting some people, some new characters, and she's still trying to find her mom, and things are getting a little complicated. I really like this world that the book takes place in so far. I was just telling my husband that this is definitely better than the past few books I've been reading. I feel like I've been reading a lot of 3-star books, and this is definitely more than a 3-star book so far. So I can't believe it has such low ratings. Maybe something happens later on. This was written in 2011, and I did find some little problematic things like using certain words. Other than that, it's a good book so far. So now I'm going to make dinner. I'm going to make homemade pizza, which I usually don't make during the week, but I just decided why not. There's more over there, but this is just what fit in my plate. I like eating on the small plate. But yeah, we're probably gonna watch an episode of Westworld. That's what we're watching right now. Crew's eating too. Oh, there's the girl. Where's the bud? Oh, here's the boy over here. He's a glummy. Here's the bud. He's being a glum. What you so sad about, little boy? So I didn't film last night, me finishing America Pacifica, because the lighting was so bad. So I was like, I might as well just film in good lighting in the morning. But I ended up finishing this last night, so I read it in one day. I really enjoyed it. I will say that it's not perfect or anywhere near perfect. I ended up giving it 4 stars. I just really love the world. The writing's not my favorite, and I think that's why a lot of people gave it such low ratings on Goodreads and why it has a 3.04, because of the writing. It is really like just a jumbled mess, especially in the beginning. Just a bunch of stuff like thrown together. Sentences might not make that much sense in the beginning, but it did take me a little bit to get used to the writing because of that. But other than that, the world building was definitely the best. The characters weren't developed that well, but I mean, I think the world made up for it, and that's why I gave it 4 stars. The next book I picked up last night, I just started reading this one. So far, it's actually really good too. I'm really surprised why these books have such low ratings. I guess it might be the rating for some people, but this one is The Most Dangerous Place on Earth, and this one has a 3.4, I believe, on Goodreads. So far, it's about this girl, Callie, and her best friend, Abigail, and one day she gets a note in her locker from this boy. The note is really, really long, and at the end, he tells her he loves her. This is not a spoiler. So then she shows the note to this other guy that she likes, and he starts making fun of the boy who wrote the note, and everybody starts making fun of him. And then that guy and her best friend Abigail add him on Facebook, and then a whole bunch of people start adding him on Facebook from school, and they all start making fun of him. They all start bullying him for what he wrote and quoting things from the note. He puts up with it for a few months, but then he commits suicide and jumps off the Golden Gate Bridge. So definitely trigger warnings for suicide in this book. After that, Callie and Abigail are no longer really friends anymore. That was in 8th grade when that happened, and they are now in their junior year in high school. I'm on page 58, and so far, Abigail, she's no longer friends with Callie, but now she's starting a relationship with a teacher who is 32. I expect that to be part of this book. I just thought it was something about, I don't know, the cover and the synopsis made me think that some drama happened or something, but I didn't expect someone to commit suicide, and I also didn't expect one of the girls to have a relationship with the teachers. I do need to go to the grocery store real quick to pick up a few ingredients for dinner tonight, but then I will come back and read this and update you. So this is the non-boring stuff I got. I already put away the boring stuff, but I got these super sour yo-yos, and I've tried them before and I was craving them today, so I got one of those. It's kind of like a super healthy fruit roll-up, but the ingredients are super minimal. Apples, pears, lemons, pumpkins, strawberries, carrot extract, and spirulina. So, and this is my husband's favorite non-dairy creamer, the vanilla oat milk creamer, not the coconut. He does not like any of the coconut creamers. And I got these little vegan cheddar chips to try, and then Nancy's oat milk yogurt for me. So I'm making lunch. It's the exact same thing as yesterday, except instead of egg, I'm having lettuce, cucumber, red onions, and bell peppers. Basically going to be vegan. And I cannot forget the spicy kitchen sink dressing sauce thing is what makes it like so good. Okay, it looks huge. This is my hand for reference. It's huge. This is the tub. I don't know if that'll even, I don't know, I might have to eat it with a fork and knife because it looks extremely too big. I finished that wrap and it was so good. If I didn't have that spicy kitchen sink sauce, I definitely would not eat that, but it's so good. I think I could eat that every day. It's so good. So now I'm like not full, but I think I'm gonna have 2 of these cookies. You can find these at Trader Joe's or Target, and they are free of everything. If you don't already know and you're new here, I can't do dairy and a bunch of other things because IBS, but these I can have, and they're really good. So I'm gonna have those, and then I'm going to get back to reading this and update once I get some read, because I haven't gotten any read. I just updated my Instagram though. That's what took up so much time. It's noon now. I will definitely link my Instagram down below if you want to check that out. Also, if you want to be Goodreads friends, I update that literally every day. I update that so much. It's my most used social media. Again, I finished a book in a day. Last night I finished The Most Dangerous Place on Earth by Lindsay Lee Johnson. This definitely surpassed my expectations. It is that type of book where each chapter is from a different character's perspective, but each chapter comes together with the other chapters. Usually this style is really hard for me to get into. It's not a style I usually like because we never get a clear ending or any clear answers to each character's story, but this did a good job of putting it all together, and I think I was satisfied enough with the ending to like it and enjoy it. Definitely trigger warnings for suicide and cyberbullying and grooming, because there's a teacher-student relationship in this, which I didn't realize there was. But yeah, it was pretty good. It covered a lot of things in such a short book. so I ended up giving this 4 stars. It had a 3.42, I think, on Goodreads. Definitely surpassed my expectations. So now I just started The Gathering. This won the Man Booker Prize in 2007. And I also saw that my friend Max gave this 4 stars. And this other girl, she's called Learn This Phrase, I think. I used to follow her book reviews like 10 years ago, but she also gave this 4 stars. So I'm excited to read it because people I trust gave it good ratings, and this one has a low rating too. I think this one has a 3.07. But so far I'm having really good luck, I can't believe it, with these like low rated books on Goodreads. They're actually good. So maybe I shouldn't trust Goodreads as much because this one was good, and so was America Pacifica. So I'll check back in later when I've done some reading. So I've made it to page 68 and I really like the writing so far. I am having a snack now. I just made some artichokes. I kind of burnt them, honestly. But I'm gonna eat these. I think I'm gonna watch a booktube video while I eat so I don't get my grubby hands on a book. I don't really like eating and reading. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have lunch, I think, right after I eat this. I'll check back in after lunch, but I'm hoping to finish this book around like after lunchtime-ish so I can start a new book. So I just finished The Gathering. It is 2:54. So I got it done around the time I wanted to. And this, I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. It was still a good book. This one takes place in Ireland, and it is about this woman, Veronica, and her siblings get together for Liam's funeral. So it flashes back between that, Veronica's life, and her grandmother's life. It was a 3 star for me because although I loved the writing, it just felt like some chapters or every other page or every 2 or 3 pages I was immersed in the writing, and then the other 50% of the time I just wasn't really that interested, kind of. Like some parts were interesting and some weren't. It definitely wasn't a low 3 star for me. I would recommend it if you're into literary fiction. So that's it. That's the end of reading my lowest rated books on my TBR. I definitely will have an episode 2 out soon because I have some other books that have low ratings on my TBR, and I also want to come out with more vlogs like this, reading my highest rated fantasy books on my TBR or something like that, or historical fiction, or YA. The boy is asking for food now and the battery's running out. Let me know if you like this vlog and which vlogs you want me to do next. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video.